following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Clackamas County Police. Several magnitude 5 earthquakes have formed under the United States west coast, and some of them have struck Oregon City, killing around 3,700 and injuring at least 700 more. It is unknown if a tsunami is imminent or why these earthquakes are occurring, but aftershocks are occurring at this time. Stay tuned to local media, commercial radio or internet sources for further information.
The emergency alert system has been activated. Tune to channel 25 for further details.
Tsunami warning. I repeat, tsunami warning. This is not a drill. The National Weather Service offices in Seattle, Portland, Medford, Sacramento, San Francisco, and Elko have all issued a tsunami warning for a portion of the northern and centralmost Pacific Ocean coastline. This includes the following counties: in Oregon, Clatsop, Tillamook, Lincoln, Lane, Coos, Douglas, Curry, Klamath, Clackamas, Deschutes, Lynn, Multnomah, Hood River, Yenhol and Columbia. In Washington State, Cowlitz, Clark, Waukegan, Pacific and Grays Harbor. In California, Sonoma, Marin, Napa, Monterey, San Francisco, San Mateo, Santa Cruz, Modoc, Siskiyou, Del Norte, Mendocino, Humboldt and Solano. And, in Nevada, Washoe, Story and Pershing. If you are within these counties, get to higher ground immediately. At 1:56 p.m. on May 2, 2023, a magnitude 9 earthquake struck near the United States North Pacific coast. This has, in turn, started a cycle, in which aftershocks have caused multiple large waves to form. The first wave will strike the Oregon coast in about 1 hour. The next one will strike the Washington coast in 2 hours. The third and fourth one will both strike the California coast in about 3 hours, and will reach Nevada in about 4 hours. Estimated arrival times for the tsunami are as follows: Eureka, 2:49 p.m. Fort Bragg, 3:15 p.m. Lakeport, Lodi, Fairfield, San Rafael, Fremont, San Jose and Point Arena, 3:30 p.m. Cave Junction, Gold Beach, and Port Orford, 4:10 p.m. Other areas will be impacted later this afternoon. Seek higher ground now. Do not evacuate. It may be too risky to do so. Please visit the following websites to receive further details to this alert: www.tsunami.gov or www.weather.gov/safety/tsunami. Tsunami warning in effect from now until 4:50 p.m. Alaska Daylight Time today. This is the National Weather Service in Anchorage, Alaska. A tsunami warning is in effect until 4:50 p.m. for the following boroughs: in Alaska, Wade Hampton, Bethel, Dillingham, Lake and Peninsula, Bristol Bay, Aleutians East, Aleutians West, Kodiak Island, Kenai Peninsula, Anchorage, Matanuska Susitna, Valdez Cordova, and Yakutat. At 1:45 p.m. Alaska Daylight Time on May 2nd, 3 large earthquakes registering magnitudes of 7.1, 8.2, and 9.3 all struck the Bering Sea and the Gulf of Alaska. Estimated time of arrival for areas near the Bering Sea is at least 2 hours, while impact for areas near the Gulf of Alaska is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Evacuation safety zones are now being set up and installed in the following cities: Hughes, Allakaket, Birches, Crab Creek, Tanana, Reed Park, Tofty, Woodchopper, Minto, Fox, Livengood, Beaver and Stevens Village. If you can, evacuate to these areas immediately. If you cannot, seek higher ground immediately. Local media and news outlets will provide further details to this alert. You can also visit www.weather.gov/AFC. Repeating, 2 large tsunamis are headed for the Bering Sea and the Alaskan Gulf. Evacuate north or seek higher ground immediately.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. At least 3 large tsunamis have impacted the western United States, wiping out most of the coast. Cities as far north as Anchorage to as far south as Cambria have been completely destroyed. Those in the following states listed may not return to their homes if they had evacuated: Alaska, California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. The cause of these tsunamis was due to an aftershock from one of the earthquakes in Oregon City. This earthquake registered a magnitude 9 and had caused a total of 300 aftershocks, all from weak to strong, to form. As of this broadcast, more underwater earthquakes are forming, which could cause even more aftershocks, and which could start a cycle that may reoccur numerous times. At this time, residents still on the west coast should remain vigilant, in the case that another tsunami forms. Further information will be provided when it is available to the public. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide information to the public in assigned areas. This is KSL. We will continue to serve the Salt Lake City area. If you are not in this area, tune now into a station providing news and information for your area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Salt Lake City area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
civil authority has issued evacuation immediate for the following counties or areas: Maui, Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii, at 1:25 p.m. on May 2nd, 2023, effective until 2:50 p.m. Message from Hawaii EMA. This is the Hawaii Emergency Management. This is not a test. Large wave headed for the northernmost part of the Hawaiian Islands. A large earthquake, registering a magnitude 9.5, struck 90 miles east of the North Hawaiian coast. This 9.5 earthquake has triggered the formation of well over 250 aftershocks, in which has caused several more small-scale tsunamis to form. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Evacuate now. This station will be going off the air shortly. Repeating, a large wave is headed for the northernmost part of the Hawaiian Islands. Evacuate now. Further information will be provided.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Mexico National Guard and the Texas State Division of Emergency Management. This is a volcano emergency for those within 175 miles of the Sierra Blanca mountain range. At 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, local authorities along with the USGS had reported a large earthquake with a magnitude of 9.9 just 16.8 miles northwest of the mountain range. A landslide was also reported from within the volcano, already worsening the situation further. All residents in the New Mexico counties of Lincoln, Otero, Sierra, Socorro, Chaves, Tobacco, Guadalupe, Torrance, Dona Ana, Eddy, or the Texas counties of Culberson, Hudspeth, or El Paso should evacuate immediately. An eruption of this magnitude will cause earthquakes, tsunamis, and aftershocks. Repeat, the Sierra Blanca volcano is on the verge of eruption. Leave now or face immediate death. Further information will follow shortly.
civil authorities have issued an immediate evacuation notice for San Diego, California, Riverside, California, Imperial, California, Orange, California, San Bernardino, California, Kern, California, Ventura, California, Santa Barbara, California, San Luis Obispo, California, Yuma, Arizona, Yavapai, Arizona, La Paz, Arizona, Pima, Arizona, Maricopa, Arizona, Mojave, Arizona, and Coconino, Arizona beginning at 4:55 p.m. and ending at 10:05 p.m. This is an evacuation order. Repeat, this is an evacuation order. The Southern California and Western Arizona areas are in extreme danger. This includes San Diego, Riverside, Imperial, Orange, San Bernardino, Kern, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo counties in California, and Yuma, Yavapai, La Paz, Pima, Maricopa, Mojave, and Coconino counties in Arizona. A large earthquake at least 300 miles off of the Orange County coast has generated a large mega tsunami, which is headed for the South California area. This tsunami is over 600 feet tall and 400 feet wide, and is estimated to make landfall within 2 hours. Residents in Southern California and Western Arizona should begin to evacuate immediately. Pack at least 14 days of non-perishable food, water, important documents, clothing, medical supplies, phones, phone chargers, a flashlight and a battery-powered radio. Repeating, a large tsunami is headed for the Southern California coast. Leave now.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Stand by. Stand by. The United States government will be relaying a message to the public shortly. Stand by. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. An earthquake has struck the Sierra Blanca volcano, and has caused an immediate eruption to occur. Not only that, but another tsunami has struck Southern California and Western Arizona, causing much more damage. Out of all of the residents living in Alaska, Hawaii, California, Oregon, Arizona, Washington, and Nevada combined, 25% of those are dead, 13% are missing or injured, and 62% have evacuated safely. Most of the injuries were caused by evacuation, but mostly everyone left the western United States in time. A total of 1,215 earthquakes have hit the western United States, with half of them forming within the Pacific. All residents outside of the states of New Mexico or Texas should shelter in place for the next 6 months, as volcanic ash is spreading quite rapidly. Further details will follow when available to the public. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is KOA. We will continue to serve the Denver metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Denver metropolitan area. Do not use your telephone, The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
This is an all-clear message issued by the United States government in regards to a sudden drop in aftershock activity throughout the United States Pacific coast. Those that have evacuated may not return home, however, due to extreme damage to the west coast, extending from Hawaii to Alaska and then to Arizona. Shelters have been opened up by the American Red Cross to aid those affected by this situation. Repeating, all clear. Remain where you are if you had evacuated. Shelters will be available for evacuees.